You ever feel like prepping for a big exam is, well, like its own kind of space mission? Turns out you're not wrong. Today, we're going to crack open the Artemis Blueprint. Yeah, NASA's actual plan to go back to the moon and turn it into the ultimate guide for acing your goals. So let's just ask it straight up. What could a NASA astronaut training for the harsh vacuum of space possibly have in common with you, staring down a 10-page paper or a final exam? I mean, they seem like they're from different planets, right? But you'd be surprised. And that's it, right there. That's the connection. You're both preparing for a high-stakes mission. Every big test, every major project, failure is not an option. And the same kind of discipline, the same strategies that get an astronaut safely to the moon and back, they can absolutely get you that A. All right, so where does any mission begin? Not with the rocket, but with the plan. Phase 1 is all about the flight plan. For us, that's our daily agenda. Think about it. Astronauts don't just wing it. They can't afford to. Every single minute is planned out. Their success isn't about some stroke of genius in the moment. It's built piece by piece on a super detailed, meticulous schedule. And look at this. This is what's so cool. When you put the schedules side by side, it's almost a perfect match. An astronaut's systems check at 8 a.m., that's you reviewing your lecture notes. Mission simulation, that's you grinding through a problem set. And notice, physical activity and breaks aren't optional extras. They are built into the plan for peak performance. So let's build your flight plan right now. Step 1, what's your mission? Be specific. Ace the final. Got it. Step 2, block out the big things. Studying, practice, review. And step 3, and this is so important, schedule your debriefs and your rest. Quizzing yourself and taking downtime, that's not slacking off. That's where the information actually sinks in. Okay, let's jump into phase 2, pre-launch conditioning. Because, a perfect plan is totally useless if you don't have the stamina to actually see it through. Just let this sink in for a second. Astronauts train for years for a mission that might only last a couple of weeks, or even just a few days. That just proves it, doesn't it? The victory doesn't happen on launch day. It's won in the thousands of hours of prep that nobody ever sees. Now, we all picture the physical training, the G-forces, the bulky suits, but the mental side is just as grueling, if not more so. They're trained to handle insane information overload, make life or death decisions, and solve problems no one has ever faced before. Honestly, does information overload and high-stakes decisions sound a little like finals week to you? Yeah, your battlefield is a mental one. So here's your mental conditioning toolkit. First, build your focus. Use timed study blocks, like the Pomodoro method. It works. Second, you have to manage stress with breaks you actually schedule. And third, and please don't skip this, maintain your stamina. Good sleep and decent food aren't luxuries. They're mission-critical fuel for your brain. And that brings us to phase 3. Know your systems. For an astronaut, this is literally about survival. For you, it's about absolutely mastering your subject. Okay, geek out moment. Meet the ECLS. It stands for Environmental Control and Life Support System, and it is an absolute marvel of engineering. This is the tech that literally keeps astronauts alive in a place that would kill them in seconds. They have to know this thing backward and forward. Let's just look at one tiny part of it, the air inside the Orion spacecraft. The ECLS has to perfectly maintain this mix of oxygen and nitrogen, almost exactly like our atmosphere here on Earth. It's this constant, delicate balancing act happening hundreds of thousands of miles from home. It's just wild. And that's not all it does. It provides oxygen, yeah, but it also scrubs the toxic carbon dioxide that they exhale. It keeps the temperature just right. It even recycles their wastewater back into pure drinking water. Every single one of these jobs is critical. If any one of them fails, the whole mission could be over. And here's the real takeaway from all that science. An astronaut's survival depends on mastering that incredibly complex system. Well, your success, your academic survival, depends on you mastering your course material. That textbook, those lecture notes, that's your life support system. You need to know it that well. Okay, on to our final phase, mission control. Because here's the thing, no astronaut ever flies solo, and you shouldn't either. This quote really says it all, doesn't it? The Artemis missions aren't about just a few heroes in a capsule. They're about a massive, global team of people all working together, focused on one single goal. Teamwork is everything. So you need to assemble your own mission control. Your study group, that's your crew, your peer support. Your professors, your TAs, they are your technical experts on the ground. And the most important thing a mission commander can do, know when it's time to radio for help. That's not weakness, that's smart leadership. See? When you put it all together, when you have your flight plan giving you structure, your conditioning giving you endurance, your deep knowledge of the systems, and your crew having your back, that's when you're truly ready. You are mission ready. So here it is, your final pre-launch checklist. Build your flight plan. Condition yourself for the pressure. Know your systems inside and out. And assemble your crew. That's it. That's the blueprint. Your mission is defined. The only question left is, are you ready for launch? Go get 'em.